Are we recording? I guess so. It's like I see the dot. All right, cool.
Are you gonna edit this?
Oh yes, I'm gonna edit. Girl, yes. So we're gonna get started. So introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Shaniece Miller.
Look, you see them questions. I'll jump in.
Okay, my name is Shaniece Miller.
Okay.
I've known Chloe for 5 amazing, wonderful, fantastic years. Professionally, I am the assistant director of the graduate school at the University of North Texas at Dallas, where I also am a college professor, and I teach freshman students freshman seminar course. They're great. And what do I do passionately?
Yes. What is your passion?
My passion is to empower and equip women to be all that God has called them to be. And I have a podcast that's called the Ladies Room Podcast, along with my wonderful friend Elise Dent. And so basically we use our platform to talk about issues, things that are going on in the world, single life, married life, anything that has to do with the woman.
Cool.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, so let me finish up your brows, and then we're going to talk about some makeup stuff. So look at me a little bit. Start wearing makeup?
By myself, probably when I was like a freshman in high school, and that's because I was on the dance team, and so we had to wear makeup every Friday night. And so with that, my mom actually just really taught me skincare, and she would let me practice, just like the basics, like foundation, powder, mascara, like if I wanted to wear it every day. So that's about when I started in 9th grade. And then when I got to the 10th grade, then I just became a makeup guru. That's when, Mary Kay and Fashion Fair was popping. And so I love Fashion Fair.
Fashion Fair used to be the move.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Fashion Fair was the move. So your mom was the one that taught you about about foundation and makeup and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
But you said you really didn't start to wear it till like high school.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever sneak and try to wear it?
Oh yeah.
And try to wear it?
Oh yeah. Gloss. I love lip gloss.
Yes.
Lipstick.
Yes, you do.
So I have every color you could probably think of. So I used to love like the clear gloss, my lips was popping. And then, we had those colored like eyeliner pencils that we would wear on the top and bottom, which was awful. But that was probably like 6th grade when I would do that. I would just wait till my mama take me to school. And then I go in the bathroom.
Then you put on the gloss when you get to school.
Oh yeah, the gloss.
Gloss and some colored pencils.
Girl, look at a mess.
Oh, funny. Okay, so do you have a like bad makeup story? Like either if somebody did your makeup or like you saw an old picture of yourself and you was like, what was I thinking?
I actually went to get for a new color, you know.
Mm-hmm. Like a new foundation match?
Yeah, like
okay.
I went to go get matched for a new foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And so this lady who did not look like me matched me. Uh-huh. And it was terrible. And I've always loved and adored my chocolate skin. Mm-hmm. So I'm very particular about my makeup. Like, I don't want to look lighter, you know? And so, and I feel like that's just kind of what she was trying to do. Mm-hmm. And it was too light. And I wore it to school and everybody was like,
what's wrong with you, girl?
Why do you have that makeup on? I was like, what? I thought I was cute. They're like, it's too light, and you know, you're dark skin, you can't wear that, you know. And so from then, I always made sure that my makeup artist or wherever I went to go get matched was from a woman of color, because that matters.
Yeah,
it really does.
It really does.
It matters.
It makes a big difference, like you said, when the person looks like you or at least understands your skin tone. Understands your skin tone and undertones, that all black women are not trying to look like white women. Let's just call a spade at this point.
Yeah. Like
everybody's not trying to look brighter.
Yeah, nor am I trying to be light skinned. Mm-hmm. You know, so like I said, I've always loved makeup, and I always love my dark skin when I put makeup on, and so it matters to me a lot what my foundation, what my makeup looks like, because I don't wear it as much as I used to, and so even just like my day to day, you know, I still want it to be natural, professional, you know, classy, but I also want it to be my skin tone.
Yes.
But other than that, after that one fiasco, and my classmates let me know. They were like, that is not the move.
They're like, you try, girl, but don't get your money back, girl.
Sure did. And so I went back, and I asked, could I have a black lady? And the black lady came out, and of course she gave me a whole different makeup.
Different tone, different color, and everything.
Yeah. Even the powder she gave me was different. Yeah. The highlighter she gave me was different. The concealer she gave me was different. So, you know, that's why I say it makes a difference. And so now, you know, going forward, I make sure that the person who matches me is a woman of color.
Cool. So fill in the blank. Makeup is what?
Makeup enhances me. I like to think I have a pretty face.
You do.
And nice bone structure, high cheekbones.
Yes.
Like my grandmother, my mom. So for me, it enhances, you know. It helps me also to embrace. And then also, so for a while, I never really liked the beauty mark on my face. And then when I started wearing makeup, again, it enhanced it. And I remember one time I was at the dermatologist and this lady said, "Oh, did you get yours surgically put on?" And I was like, I was actually there to have a consultation to get it surgically removed.
Wow.
And my doctor came out and she said, "See, I told you, people are actually coming in and they're wanting."
I said, "People paying good money."
Yeah, she's like, "And you want to get yours removed." So, you know, when I learned that makeup, I allow makeup to only enhance what's already there.
Okay.
So that's really what makeup is for me.
The enhancer. Okay, so since you probably already hinted on this, but what's your favorite thing about makeup, and then what's your least favorite thing about makeup?
I think my favorite thing about makeup is that it really just gives me a smooth, you know, nice, clean look. my skin is very sensitive, so you can look at it too long and you'll see some, acne or blemishes or whatever. So for me, just because I'm able to just, cover up those spots and still look like myself, I think my least favorite thing is these eyebrows, y'all, because, ooh, child, Chloe can tell you they thin. And so, learning how to just do enough, not too much, I don't really like the big look of eyebrows. I just like to keep mine, real just simple.
Real simple, natural brow.
But I love when Chloe come, y'all, because she be doing them. I don't do them like she doing.
Well, you should watch my eyebrow video that I have on YouTube.
Oh, I have. And I've gotten a lot better too.
You have.
I've gotten a lot better because of it.
I looked at some of your pictures. I'm like, she been watching.
Oh yeah.
Well, I appreciate the support.
You're welcome.
All right. So let's see. So you mentioned earlier how we were talking about fashion fair and all that stuff. So like, you have like a favorite like makeup brand that you kind of lean towards or prefer?
Yeah. When I do wear foundation, it's either MAC or Fenty. Only because MAC gives me a really full coverage. I don't have to put on a lot of it to get my full coverage. I've tried Fenty now and I really love it. And of course Rihanna is a woman of color, so I love it even more. But I don't really wear a lot of foundation. I'm more of a powder concealer, but whenever I'm having my blemish days, I may do, I may put on some concealer just for coverage. Yeah. And, if I'm going to be on camera or if I'm speaking somewhere, or even if I'm in class, teaching my students, I want, I always want to be presentable.
Absolutely.
And so.
Okay. Cool. Well, let's finish up the eyes. Do you have any questions for me?
I do.
Yes.
When did you fall in love with makeup?
When did you fall in love with hip hop?
Tell me your makeup story.
My makeup story.
Yeah.
This is exclusive content, y'all. No. So honestly, I fell in love with makeup probably, in 2 stages. When I was younger, of course, my mom. Anybody that knows my mom personally or knows me personally knows my mom is glamorous, for lack of better words.
And she's so beautiful. Hi, Mom.
she's very glamorous. She's very about making sure your appearance is always on point. So kind of similar to you. Close your eyes for me. Kind of similar to you, I was introduced to makeup at a very young age, but as far as falling in love with it and seeing how amazing it is, I would say probably in the past 3-4 years, I really kind of embraced it. It might have been longer than that, and now that I think about it. But I think the most important thing is I saw like what makeup can do, kind of how you talked about it enhances what you have, and it kind of covers up what you need to cover up. So on those bad skin days, you know how to pop on a little concealer, or on those bad lip days or something like that, you can put on some gloss or something like that. So I think that's always been my thing, is I like the fact that it does enhance, and you can do so much with it. The level of creativity, and a lot of times when people think makeup, they automatically think this, like the glamour side.
Yeah.
I actually got certified and I took a makeup class.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did. I don't want to be out here trying to do people makeup and don't know what I'm doing for real.
It's like somebody trying to sell you life insurance.
Exactly. But like, I genuinely turn this way from me. I genuinely, like I said, I wanted to learn more, but there's like stage makeup. There's the sci-fi stuff where you're dealing with prosthetics and all that. I don't want to do all that, but just knowing that all of those are options that fall into the as I say, the makeup world. So it's so much you can do with it. But in high school, my thing has always been eyeshadow. I love color. I've always been a big fan of color and colorful makeup. And so being able to play with eyeshadows, you were on the dance team, I was a cheerleader. So every Friday, you know, I'm packing on the blue and the silver. Packing on the blue and the silver. Trying to, as I get my eyes, as I rattler ready. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit and I'm gonna add some more on that eye. But yeah, literally the fact that I could do my thing on Fridays. And so that was kind of an advantage that I had, is because normally my mama probably wouldn't have let me wear makeup so soon.
Right.
But because I was a cheerleader, and that's one of those, oh, the other girls are doing it, mama, why can't I? And so she let me, because the other girls were wearing makeup and I'm out there, as I say, plain face Jane. And so, yeah, that's kind of the neat thing. And now she's always like, my mom's rule was very simple. Don't leave the house without something on your lips and something in your ears. So as long as I got on some earrings and some kind of a gloss, then all is well in the world. So, all right. So we're going to put a little primer on there. And then podcast. This is my beyond section of the interview. So, like, why did you start your podcast? Or tell us about your podcast first.
Sure. That's
probably more important than you telling us why you started it. We might need to know what it is.
So, like I said earlier, me and my friend, my sister Elise, we spent a lot of time together. And so a lot of times, when we're together, it really just consists of us eating somewhere, or, we're going shopping or going to the movies or something. Like, this was pre-COVID. And so a lot of the times that when we are together, we have genuine, authentic conversation about whatever it is that, we're talking about. And so, one day I told her, I said, you know what, sis? I said, I like to think that the things that we're talking about, they are conversations of substance, and, we're doing this together as, sisters and friends. And I think that this, we could be onto something in regards to, starting a podcast to really share these conversations, and to hopefully start these conversations with other friend groups. And so that's basically what we did. We called it the ladies' room just because, when you're in the ladies' room, and that could be any room that you deem to be the ladies' room.
Any room is the ladies' room.
The things that you talk about in the ladies' room, they're important, and they matter, and they're healing, they're life-changing. And so that's how we started it. And it literally all started over a conversation. And so when we do our podcast, whenever we do episodes, we literally have a conversation. I like to think that, you know, true healing comes from transparency and, you know, you being authentic. And so our podcast is unfiltered, it's unedited. We do our best to, you know, not use profanity.
Y'all, they be laughing.
You know, we be laughing.
I be laughing at them. Like I'm in the room. Like you feel like you're in the room. Like
yes,
literally.
And that's what we wanted. Like we wanted to create an atmosphere to where the conversations that we have, you know, we wanted other women to feel a part of. And so, so that's what we do. We normally record once a week. We hadn't recorded in a while. Just because Elise has been busy, school started back.
They're both educated.
So. Elise is an English teacher at DeSoto High School. She's the assistant drill team director of the drill team there, and she also teaches African American literature. So sis is in her bag. Okay, she's grinding,
educating the generations.
Yes. She is a true bae, black and educated. She is. And that's my sister. I love her, you know. So it's our podcast, and so I'm grateful to have a friend, you know, that I'm able to have those type of conversations with, you know, and you know, someone else that's mature and wise and, you know, young and can still inspire. And so that's all that we do, you know. Like we don't edit and on purpose because, you know, we really want to have true, authentic conversation because I think everybody could probably attest to the fact the times that we're living in right now, you need to be around people who you can have a real conversation with, you know, who you can have conversations of substance with. And so that's what we do. And we love it. And shout out to all the people that follow us who, you know, keep encouraging us and they ask, when y'all gonna have another episode? You know, we're looking forward to it. We do appreciate y'all. Y'all really do keep us going. So hopefully me and Elise can get back to the table and record a few more episodes. So her birthday was in September. My birthday's in September. So this month has just been cray for both of us. But we'll get back to it. That's for sure. But you can follow us at the Ladies Room Podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Awesome. So what do you feel like you want people to gain from, look at me, listening to the show? You know, like I said, we want our prayer and our goal is always healing. You know, and to lead you to Christ. You know, and even when we're talking about, you know, being single, or whatever it is that we're talking about, we want healing to take place because I think a lot of misunderstandings and miscommunication happens because people don't sit down and talk about things. Yeah. They assume, you know, they get in their feelings, and then they just kind of go on, and nothing is ever really addressed. And so we have conversations about everything. And I think probably one of the hardest conversation we had was we did a series on the dynamics of the mother-daughter relationship. Woo. All I'm gonna say is ouch and amen at the same time.
It was hard because, you know, we both had to you know, peel back some layers of our own relationships with our own moms, and you know, then we were able to talk to some of our other friends, and you know, and they were able to talk about their relationships with their moms. And again, I think relationships can be healed and mended. Some, hopefully, we know that there are some that cannot. But for the ones that we can salvage, that's what we want to get out of it, and that's what we want others to get out of it.
Yeah, I would say my favorite episode is definitely the mother-daughter one, just simply because I could definitely relate to that. And I feel like even the people that have the quote-unquote good relationships with their mom can still see where it's like, okay, there's, you know, some areas where we need to work on stuff and we need to address some things. So it definitely, I say it helped me. And as you already know, we've had some extensive conversations about my mother-daughter relationship or whatever. Same. And so, I'm just happy that I was able to use some of the stuff that y'all talked about in the show to help me or whatever. So if you ain't helping nobody else, you got an amen.
Well, the Bible says we're 2 or 3.
2 or 3. 1, 2.
Me.
1, 2. There we go. Bam.
Then he's there.
He's in the midst.
We bless God for that.
Oh yes, amen. Let's see. So, do y'all have any like future stuff that y'all want to like touch on that y'all haven't really got a chance to dig into? I know you said right now y'all aren't filming the way, because like I said, both of y'all have some crazy schedules.
Yes.
But is there stuff that you're like kind of on the future docket, like, oh, we got to make sure we talk about this, that, and the other?
I think one of the things that we're probably going to talk about, I know I'm very much so into politics, and so is Elise, to a certain extent. We are definitely going to talk about this election.
Yeah.
And, just everything that's going on around with it. And then also, the murder verdict for Breonna Taylor. Like, I'm disgusted.
Yeah.
At what happened. And just as a black woman who lives alone, it's like I'm terrified because she was in her own home.
Yeah.
And at least she's very passionate about social justice and social issues. So I know that that's going to be a topic for sure. That's coming up. Another thing we'll probably talk about is that Brandy Monica versus. Now we did a episode on the Jill Scott and Erica Badu. Listen, she loves music. She's an English teacher, so the art is her thing.
Yes.
So we will definitely recap Monica and Brandy.
Yes.
So
if y'all gonna recap Monica and Brandy, you might as well recap say Patty and Miss Gladys and all.
Yeah, and see, I didn't watch that one.
I know
Elise did. I didn't watch it, so I'm pretty sure we'll talk about it. She'll make me watch it before we do another episode.
It was real good.
But
actually, I know it's so strong. Keep guys close.
So I know that those will probably off top will be some topics that we'll talk about. I know for sure this election definitely is something that we're going to talk about because I just really feel like Handmaid's Tale is about to happen.
Something about to happen.
Something,
Open your eyes and couple. Yeah, okay. Something's definitely about to happen. And the crazy part is, I feel like something's going to happen no matter the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the scariest part of it all,
mm-hmm.
is just the outcome will truly just literally change everybody's lives.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Definitely agree with that.
We got to get Chloe on our podcast. We're going to get her on the episode.
Open your eyes.
She don't know it yet, but we are.
I'm down. I likes to talk.
We're just all about women empowerment. And I feel like if you can sit around and gossip with your friends, mm-hmm. you should be able to sit around and have healthy, wholesome conversation with them too.
Okay.
And so that's really all we do. And it's so rewarding. I know it's rewarding for the people that follow us, but it's really rewarding for Elise and I both because mm-hmm. We have lives and we have things that go on in our lives, and sometimes just talking about it is the best medicine.
True.
And so, instead of going to do Tylenol, why not just have a conversation?
I'm looking forward to, like I said, more of your podcast because I truly enjoy it. So, do you have questions for me? Because we're almost done. So, what are your questions for me?
I do, because I know that, like, you know, whenever Elise and I are doing the podcast, you know, like I said, it's rewarding for us. So I want to know, how is this rewarding for you? You know, I know that you're able to make women feel better, make them feel beautiful. So tell me some stories or how that makes you feel to know that you are able to do that for women.
Oh, with my makeup.
Yes.
Oh, I was going to say, listening to the podcast makes me feel like I'm with y'all just simply because I want to be with y'all. But I will say this. I know a lot of women, and let me say this. So with my podcast, I specifically focus on, not my podcast, my makeup channel, my YouTube channel, this channel. I specifically focus on like beginner friendly makeup application because as much as you can watch all the big gurus and they doing a triple cut crease with 4 wings and a butterfly on the left side, it's like, but you don't know how to blend your own eyeshadow. So you're watching that for entertainment. You're not watching that to learn.
Right.
I want to teach. And I've had a few people literally say, I've tried, like even what you said, I've been trying to do my eyebrows a little bit better from your tips. That's helped me. So I'm naturally a caring, giving person. So having the opportunity to truly show somebody that I care and reach more people than I would, because I can't physically come to every single person. Right. So the fact that I can do a 15-minute video and teach you the simple things of blend these two things together, or use this brush instead of that brush, or this brush does this, or you know, I got a lot of good feedback on my eyebrow video, the one you're talking about, because it was COVID time. It was kind of the beginning of COVID time, and people were not sure of how to. They couldn't go to the salon and get their eyebrows done and stuff like that. So they're like, hey, like, what can I do? I want to look presentable because I still got a Zoom call, I still got this, that, and other.
Let me tell you about these Zoom calls.
So it's like, what can I do to just, you know, pull together a little bit? So I'm like, let me at least show you how to do that. So I like getting the feedback. One of my love languages is words of affirmation. So I want you to tell me, oh, that helped me, or oh, that did not help me, because that's truly what keeps me going, honestly. So it makes me feel good inside. And then when I actually physically, hold on. When I actually physically am in the room with somebody and doing their makeup, and they see the finished result, and they're like, oh wow, I didn't know I could look like this. And it's not that I've turned them into a totally different person. It's just literally the simple things.
You
enhancing what they already have. So it definitely makes me feel good. I can't even lie. Like, sometimes I'll be in the middle of it doing it, I'll lean back and I'm like, oh, I did that. That's good. Okay. That was me. So I love it. I love it. So again, to get the good feedback from people, it makes me get all warm and fuzzy on the inside. So
that's good, because like I said, if we can use our platforms to really help and encourage women, people, whoever, then let's do it. Yeah. You know, it literally is the small things. Yeah. You know, I know sometimes we say that and we really take that statement for granted, but it really is the small things. Just acknowledging people, you know, saying, hey, Chloe, I really appreciate your eyebrow video, because mine probably had COVID before I knew what COVID was.
You silly. Look at me.
I'm just saying, you know, like, so it's just the small things. And so I think, for me, I know, I'm sure at least too, it's just the small conversations that we have that really help people in a big way. Yeah. And it takes an hour of our time.
Exactly. And I think that's the thing where it's like, sometimes you look at it like, oh, this is such a basic thing, eyebrows. Like, why people don't know how to do their eyebrows? But it's a lot of people, and that's why, like I said, I really like to focus on beginner basics, because it's that person who doesn't know how to put on their eyebrows, or doesn't know to not use a black pencil but to use a dark brown pencil, and they're wondering why they're they're getting the same results. So I'm like, that's fine. I'm like, I can reach in here only so much. But that's what makes, like I said, makes me feel good, is like something that's literally a very simple task is helping people. So And I mean, I've always been a naturally giving person, so I mean, that is right up my alley.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do a little. Since you said you like gloss, we're gonna kind of keep it, do a little simple gloss for you. And
yes, Chloe, you know I love lips.
I know you love lips. We're gonna do a little nude action with a little gloss, and then we'll be done. I know. Look at me. Oh, Lord. Sure. Beauty mark on.
That I love having now, by the way.
Yes. I mean,
I do not embrace
like I said, I have a beauty mark also on my, right here by my nose. And I used to cover it up all the time. And it wasn't really on purpose. I just didn't, I didn't know what to do.
I never knew that it was pretty.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was a mole.
Yeah.
I never knew. And then, when I found out people were actually like drawing them on.
I say drawing them on and paying money. I think that and freckles. Although, that's something I didn't ask you on the makeup. Is there a certain feature that you maybe wish you had? I know. I would say for me, mine would be freckles.
I think mine would be thicker eyebrows.
You and me's eyebrows.
I'm serious.
I know.
Man, Chloe's always so thick and luscious, and I'm just 2 little strands on each eye. I'm like, what?
Look at me. Not no 2 strands. You got more than 2 strands.
4.
Okay, you cannot make me laugh right now because we're going to have a whole nother situation here.
I mean, other than that, I like my face. Yeah, I do. And what I really like about it are my cheekbones, because if you see my grandmother, you'll understand why. I just love having features of her, and my mom too. And these cheekbones are definitely theirs.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so. Go me.
Go you.
I'm going to do a final spray.
Y'all, this spray is it's real.
Final spray. And okay, so do you want to do your final plug for your social media and how people can find the podcast?
Yes, we have a Facebook page. It's the Ladies Room Podcast on Facebook. And then, like I said, you can find us and follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
So, the last part of the FAB Talk is you get to see the finished look. So, the way the FAB Talk works is I ask 1 or 2 questions beforehand, and then I just do my thing. So she doesn't know what she looks like. She doesn't know what colors I used or anything like that.
Nothing.
So this is her trusting me to do her face.
Because I do.
And I've done her face several times. She was actually a bridesmaid in my wedding, so I've played with this face a few times, so I know it very well.
She does. And these brows.
So this is her final look reaction. And there you go.
Oh my god! I'm so beautiful. Y'all see these cheekbones? This is what I'm saying. I can't get rid of these brows. I'm not washing my face.
Oh Lord.
Because these brows cannot leave. Because they don't look like this when I do them. They got one look like Target, one look like Walmart. These look like Neiman Marcus. Yes.
You like it?
I love it. I like these colors.
Thank you. See, neutral.
So you might start wearing eyeshadow.
Yeah, she really doesn't wear eyeshadow.
I really don't.
She'll put on a little liner.
I'm a natural, real natural.
She's
basic.
like something natural. I was like, okay.
Real natural,
neutral.
And now that I cut my hair short, I'm very natural, baby. Less is more. I love it. Thank you, sister.
You're welcome.
So beautiful.